Oh, hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry. I'm Mowers and Blowers. Good afternoon. Still a chilly day today, but the sun's out. When the sun's out, it's not as chilly. I don't think we're going skiing the remainder of this year, so I'm removing the crossbar after I remove the ski racks already. My son is actually going back to the state of Washington for the remainder of his quarterly school semester. He's going to look for an apartment with his friends because he's going to be a sophomore slash junior. So he's going to live off campus and not in the dormitories. So that's what I'm doing today. Just removing this real quick. And I might be going to pick up a free snowblower from a subscriber who DM'd me on Instagram and asked me if I wanted it. So I think I might be driving to Franklin Square, Long Island. It's about 40 minutes away, but it's like an 8 or 10-year-old Craftsman single stage snowblower that runs, but it runs rough and needs a little bit of work. He was going to chuck it out, so he asked me if I wanted it. And of course, I'm going to go get it. I don't have anything really planned tomorrow, so I've got plenty of time. Of course, my day is never done, because as I was taking off the ski rack, Andy the Brit says that his generator won't start. He's been trying to start it for 2 days. Just cranks and cranks and cranks and won't turn over. Let's go check it out. So this is a Champion Global Power Equipment 9,000 starting watt generator. Andy says that he has this solar, well, you can see it right here. He's got like this solar panel thing that kind of trickle charges it like a few volts every day just to keep it, you know, fresh. And so he's been trying to start it for a couple of days, and he just added gas in it. He always runs it dry, so really kind of wondering why it doesn't start, right? So here looks like that's where the air filter cover and base is. Let's try to primer it up a little, help it out, and see if it'll do anything. So here's the filter. It's clean. You can smell the gas, but you don't smell it here, right? So I'm going to try to figure out where the... Okay, there's the mouth, and it's on choke. I would assume this is an auto choke, and it never is a prime. Oh, wait a minute. There is a choke. There is a choke here. So it was closed, so that's what you need. So we're going to blow some go-go juice in there, and then close the choke again, and see what happens.
Just so you know.
I'm going to shoot some contact cleaner from my friends over at Products. So I'm opening the choke flap, and I'm shoving some... That's enough. Now I'm closing the choke. Let's see if it fires up. Go ahead, Andy. All right, so it turns over a bit. Let's do it again.
Be careful because it does it 3 times.
Okay, now the... All right, go now.
Do it in a second.
It's got a blinking light on it. Do it again.
Do it in a minute.
Oh, you gotta wait for a second?
It does it like 3 times every...
How about oil? Do you have oil in it? Because if it's low on oil, right, it won't start to... So we got it started up. It just seemed like he has an auto choke thing, like it moves by itself, and this thing feels like it's a little bit like you feel a little bit of resistance. It's not as smooth as you want it to be, you know what I mean? So I think that over time a little bit of corrosion or rust, you know, or the moisture gets around there. There's a pivot right there. Andy just brought me some WD-40. And we're going to spray it right at this joint right there. Right this joint. Just to lubricate it a bit, because this lever here, Andy, this was like not as smooth. Even though it moved by itself, like it went from choke to it, I had to, while you were cranking, I moved the choke off of the choke lever off of choke and towards run a little bit. As you can see, it's still, it should be super smooth. Like you can put, if you put a sail to this and blew, it would move by itself. But you actually have to put a little bit of pressure to move it. So just from gravity and stuff, it's not gonna, you know, move by itself. So it's a little stiff. So I think a little bit of lube, working it back and forth, it'll work out. You know what? Let's do something. Why don't you try starting it again since we turned it off? Go. See, so the choke. It was the choke is sticky. It'll run it out of gas, which is what he should do, but you know, leaving it for so long in generators, you never use all that often, you know what I mean? How often do you get a blackout and you need a generator? But, you know, he starts it out every year or so just to, you know, maintain it and stuff, which is good. And then, you know, after a while of sitting, things start to get a little rusty, a little corroded, just need a little bit of lubricant around that choke lever, and it'll move by itself when he tries to start it. And as you can hear, everything's good. So it's the next day, and now I'm headed down to Franklin Square to go pick up that small single-stage snowblower. But on the way, I decided I was going to stop by my buddy Mike over at Mike's Lawn Service, Babylon. Remember that 8-horsepower Toro that I changed the belts on a long time ago, and I gave it back to him? Well, he says that there's something wrong with it. It doesn't blow snow, so I traded my chainsaw that I got from my neighbor and gave it to him, and we're traded. So now I'm here to pick up that big snowblower. Then after that, I'm gonna head on down to get that small snowblower.
What up?
What up, bro?
How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Not much. How you been?
Say hello to everybody, Mike.
Hey guys.
How you doing?
How's it going?
What's going on, man? Okay, I just went to Steve's house and picked up that second snowblower after I left from Mike's. Now, I just want to show you what I picked up. So it's one of these. Kind of new, you know. It's got messed up stuff over here, over there. So I have 2 snowblowers in my van. And now I'm actually meeting my my buddy Andy from Jericho over here at Jimmy's Sports Shop. Go check out some AR-15s. So I'm in Jimmy's gun shop now. It's Asian owned, Chinese American owner, which I want to give business to. Anyway, so I need to upgrade and get some new stuff. And today I am getting this. I'm getting that one right there. That is an AR-9, 9mm detachable magazine. And the sight I'm not going to take. I'm going to put my own sight on there. In New York, if you see that funny looking grip, that's what's called a featureless grip. And a featureless grip is required for New York state compliance. If you go to any other state, you can take that off and the grip will be readily there. But to have this weapon in the state of New York, you need to have that featureless grip, or the magazine has to be pinned, meaning you cannot remove the magazine. Well, of course, I want the magazine, so I'll deal with the featureless grip until I go to another state where it doesn't require that. But to be completely legal, you need to have that grip on there. It's just a pain in the butt. But while my buddy Andy has an arsenal in his house, I was gonna get an AR-15. But AR-15 is so common, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to get something unusual, so I wanted to get the 9mm one, and it has like a Glock magazine in there, so I just thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, I left the deposit today, doing a background check, and then I'll be back and picking this up.
This one here is 45.
So I'm back. Now unload. So that's my pickup of the day. Nice pick. You guys should know about this one. Did several episodes on this one. I changed the belts on this thing for my friend Mike, and you tried to use it this past winter with the snowstorms and stuff, and he said it didn't blow snow at all, and also it leaked the gas all the way out of the tank. So I'm gonna have to look into that in a future episode. But this is a good snowblower. It's a beast, really. It's an 826. Good wheels. It's in pretty decent shape for its age. Has a good 8 horsepower engine. I've used it before, you know, running it and all. Everything works on it from as far as I know, but I know Mike told me it didn't work. So we're gonna check this out in a future episode. And this is what I got today from Steve. He was a subscriber, I guess, you know, ran into a bunch of my snowblower videos, and he contacted me and said that he was going to get rid of this, and for me to have it. He wanted me to have it, and it has some issues, you know. He says the engine starts and everything, but it needs some bolts to adhere this part to it, and I don't know what the story is with this. It's probably cracked or something. I see. So that might be a little difficult to try to fix. This is Gorilla Tape, I believe. See what I'm saying? So this needs some attention, but I think it blows. That's what he says. And it also has a trigger thing too. That's cool. That's very cool. So I know that this thing is kind of like high-end for its model, because it has a headlight on it, and it has the joystick. It has electric start as well. So that's very cool. It's a choke and run lever. It's a Craftsman 247. I believe this might be an MTD product. Let's look at the serial number here. I think it's 2012. 1121. Maybe not. 21. Yeah, it's probably 2012. That's what I think. Take a look at the scraper bar. Some scrapes, but it looks okay. And the paddles seem a little worn. He says it doesn't propel forward anymore. But I think it should throw snow, because look, it's still very thick here. You know what I'm saying? All you need is that amount. And as you can see, it still touches the rear, you know. This part does, at least. So very cool. He says there's a full tank of gas in here. You know what? Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. Let's try to start it. It's got clean Earl in it. And it's got a full tank of gas. A lot. And it's clear, so it's a 4-stroke. That's what it says, 4-cycle overhead valve. Alright, let's try. That's how you stop it. Pull the key out. I don't really like that. I'd rather just have a switch. You know what I mean? But it seems to propel forward. So I think if we just fix this, fix that, I think it's good to go, you know? So thanks, Steve, very much for this thing. It'll go to good use to somebody. So this is a future project as well. We're going to see what's wrong with this in a future video as well. But thanks a lot for joining me on today's video. We went to go to a gun shop and check out some rifles for home protection. Anti-Asian rhetoric is going on too much. A lot of violence towards Asian Americans due to the pandemic, putting blame on Asians. So a lot of violence going on with that. So I figured I'd upgrade my home protection. A lot of people have different feelings about weapons and stuff, but if you're talking about protecting your family, there's really no argument there, right? Anyway, I'm going to probably go pick up my new rifle tomorrow, and I hope I passed that background check. Let's test the electric start. Choke. Electric start works, engine runs just fine, and the lights work too. My son's car has been charging for about 3 days now. The sulfator has been on it, been pulsing this entire time. And so I think 3 days worth of the sulfating and battery charging is enough. So I'm going to disconnect it and let the battery sit for a bit and see if it holds a charge of at least 12.4 or 12.5. I'm going to test the battery in my son's car right off the charger. It's 13.21, 13.17. Hold on, let me get a steady one. 13.2. Okay, so that's way above what it normally is, of course. And this is a 805 cranking amps, so it's a very powerful battery. I bought this for like 50 bucks at Walmart, and it says 1217, so it is 4 years old. Let's hope that this holds its charge for at least a few days, huh? So that's my video of the day, picking up a couple of snowblowers for free. Well, actually, I traded that chainsaw for this one. I always like this one, you know, and I got the chainsaw from my neighbor, so it was free, you know, after I fixed it, you know. But thanks for joining me on today's episode. We'll see you guys all next time on Mowers and Blowers.
See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.
Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video, and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.